Hello, this is Brian again. So I went down that way for a little while. Just ended up becoming a crazy bushwhack. So I just decided to go back and then keep going down the way I was originally going. The broombacker here is thick. Look at this. These plants can get really large. Usually I see them as pretty small shrubs, but down here in these washes, these things get humongous. And right now, these are the male flowers. These broombacker plants are male and female plants. They're separate. So these are the plants with the male flowers, kind of like the little discoid shaped flowers. And the female flowers kind of look like kind of fuzzy. And those will turn into the fuzzy tip seeds. And we got some more beautiful toyon pomes in the ripening stages right now. Like I said, we're in September, so by sometime in October they should start ripening and then end up turning into those beautiful red pomes that make the holiday season so festive here in the Chaparral Coastal Sage Scrub. And here is the San Diego Mountain Mahogany right here. This is San Diego Cercocarpus. This is Cercocarpus minutiflorus, which you'll find from time to time here. And they can turn into these really large shrubs and small trees sometimes. Oh, and there's a cocklebur. I think that one's Xanthium stromarium, I believe. You know, there's Xanthium stromarium and Xanthium... Oh, I forget the name of that other species. It's another type of cocklebur. Two types of cockleburs that can be found around here. So yeah, this is the land of broombackerus. And then look at, again, most of this here, except for some interlopers in between, this is basically all lemonade sumac. Again, like I said, in these coastal canyons, they could take over lots and lots of space on these hillsides here in these cool little coastal canyons. I really love visiting here in San Diego County. Man, gosh, I'll tell you, man, these broombacker shrubs are amazing. These things are huge. These are closely related to another plant I talk about all the time, well, periodically, the coyote brush. They're close relatives. And they're also close relatives of this plant here, mule fat. Baccharis salicifolia, subspecies salicifolia. They're closely related to them as well. I haven't seen any coyote brush in this canyon yet. But this is definitely what I need. It's been weeks since I've been out. And quite a few of you might know that our national forests here in Southern California, Cleveland, Angeles, San Bernardino, and Los Padres National Forests are closed due to fire weather concerns. They were supposed to be closed through the 18th. Now they extended it to at least the 22nd. And I'll check back probably around the 21st and they'll probably be closed for a longer period. So I'm not getting out to my national forest hikes. Plus, up until the last couple days, including today, it's just been miserably hot this September. Last couple days have been pretty decent. But look at this. So I decided to take a long drive here from North Orange County here to see in other parts of this beautiful canyon. Again, I'm amazed by these lemonade sumacs. A lot of people call them lemonade berry too, but it's a true sumac. It's in the genus Rus. These large guys here, very large old specimens here that have been here for a long time. One thing I like about these coastal canyons. Then we got a little oasis here. Kind of feels like you're in Palm Springs, by Palm Canyon. Well, these aren't the same species as the ones in Palm Canyon, in Anza-Borrego, or those Palm Canyons in Palm Springs, but these are close relatives. This is a Mexican fan palm right here, Washingtonia robusta. These are very, very commonly established in these coastal and foothill canyons where they get enough access to soil moisture. And down here you can see there's a lot of grass and reeds and sedges, so moisture must accumulate pretty decently down here, to be honest, the way it looks. Again, Mexican fan palms are not native to Southern California, though I've read, I forget where I read it, but I read it years ago that it might have been in the distant past. But I believe they're found in Baja, somewhere in Baja, I believe. I don't know exactly where they're found. Tried doing some research on them, but I got to do some more research. Curious as to how close they are, how close their northernmost natural stands are to where we are here in Southern California. Very curious, actually. And then a lot of other exotic plants have established down here as well. Olea europaea, the olive, pampas grass, cortaderia species, Brazilian pepper tree, right underneath these palms right here. That's Scinis terebinthifolius. And of course, river red gum. Of course, San Diego and eucalyptus go hand in hand very much. And Eucalyptus comadulensis down here. Sometimes you'll see eucalyptus trees just shooting up right in the middle of a canyon, towering over everything. I think I smell some stagnant water. So there must be might be some water down here. Yeah, there is some water down there. It's very stagnant, of course. Also, Canary Island date palms down here too, Phoenix canariensis. Now I notice a lot of canyon, like people who work in these canyons, a lot of times they'll start removing these non-native palms and plants. And of course, Copperbrotus, the sea fig plants, those are not natives as well. And here's another beautiful lemonade sumac. Just love the architecture of these older, really old growth specimens. They just really look so beautiful. Very gnarled and twisted. Yeah, this is quite a place here to poke around. I didn't go this far. The furthest I went the first time I was here was where I saw that Cercocarpus minutiflorus, the San Diego mountain mahogany. That was the furthest I've ever gone. It was a brief visit to this canyon. Oh, we got some other exotic plants in here too. We got carrotwood, or in Australia they call it tuckaroo. It's a Cupaniopsis arnicardioides. Common landscape tree here. Good shade tree. So every once in a while you'll find them naturalizing, occasionally. Not super common. And another olive tree with olives on it. So if you want to process your own olives, which you're supposed to do before you eat them, you can probably have at it if you want to bushwhack down to the bottom of that canyon. Just watch out for poison oak. It's not, I mean, our native plants here are most definitely protected. I wouldn't go around here collecting plant parts from our natives, but I mean, from the non-natives like that, I mean, all you're doing is just helping little by little. But yeah, this is a beautiful canyon. Wow, this is incredible. This is absolutely gorgeous. Incredibly beautiful here. Wow. And have quite an uphill climb on the way out. Oh well. Just wanted to see more of what this awesome canyon has to offer. And boy, does it offer a lot of awesomeness over here. More hollyleaf cherry. Actually, I have a few small cherries on them. Some pretty decent sized toyons. Toyons can get quite large though. And a lot of clematis. I'm not sure if that's Clematis lasiantha or Clematis ligusticifolia. There could be at least another type as well found here in SoCal. I always get them mixed up. One of them's found more in the chaparral, and the other one's found more in lower canyons and stuff. Sometimes mixing in with the woodland trees and shrubs. There's a nice sized toyon. Looks like we're going to get some more riparian stuff coming up. I'm not going to lie though, I think the palms are cool looking. I mean, I grew up with Washingtonia robusta, Mexican fan palm. I grew up with them, so, you know, I'm from SoCal. Even though I spent 8 years out of my life in New Jersey, which was an interesting adventure of its own. Here we go. Good old Arroyo willow. Salix lasiolipus. Find that from near sea level. I've seen it above 7, I think even above 8,000 feet in the mountains. And here we go. The drought deciduous. Here in the low elevations it's drought deciduous. Sambucus niger variety cerulean. The blue elderberry. You'll find them quite often in these canyons as well. Ooh, here's white sweet clover. This is a non-native as well. I think you can smell it. It's got always had a very nice smell. Mellilotus albus. Always love the smell of that plant. So we're going to go cross the little arroyo here. Oh, Audubon's cottontail just hopped across. Ooh, late summer through fall. Oh, perfect time to start seeing these guys. Epilobium conum subspecies conum. California fuchsia. Oh yeah, awesome, awesome stuff. There's Washingtonia then, and yep, here we go. There are the date palms. Phoenix canariensis. Canary Islands date palms. And we got western ragweed. Here we go. Ambrosia silostachya starting to bloom. So people with hay fever, look out. But besides that, it's a pretty neat looking plant. Other people might think it's rather plain looking, but you know me, I love plants of all different types. Oh, and here we go. Here's a non-native. Limonium Perezzi, Perez's sea lavender. They also call it Perez's marsh rosemary is another common name for that. That's a plant that gets established quite often here, and especially areas closer to the coast. And we're a few miles inland, obviously, in Serra Mesa, but we're not that super far inland. Very much a coastal climate here as well. Look at all that lemonade sumac. It's just amazing how much it takes over. How much it takes over the land. And it's a native plant, so having it around is extremely beneficial. Keeps a lot of the invasive plants from taking root. So they have to compete with massive thickets of it. And those plants usually come back. I believe lemonade sumac usually comes back after fire disturbance, so I don't think that'd be too much of a worry. You know me, I love botanizing in the canyons. It's just a part of what makes me enjoy being out here. Yes, gosh, there's a lot of hollyleaf cherry. I'm not used to seeing so much of it at such low elevations. Usually I find them like above 2,000 feet. Like above like 1,500, 2,000 feet is where I'll see them more commonly, like in the foothills of the Santa Ana. As you go to the Santa Ana Mountains, you'll see hollyleaf cherry everywhere. The low elevations of the San Gabriel Mountains up to about 50, 200 feet, you'll see hollyleaf cherry everywhere. They're typically more of a chaparral plant, but I don't see any true chaparral here, like scrub oak, coastal, or even regular common chamise. I don't see any of that around here. Here's a typha, or a cattail. I don't know I'm not really hip to the individual species of these, but it's called cattail. Yeah, see? Washingtonia seedlings. Washingtonia robusta seedlings. You'll see them coming up, and like I have a patio, and on my patio get a million, like, I guess every now and then I'll get Mexican fan palm seedlings popping up very randomly. I don't have any palms right next to any mature palms right near the house, but birds, they carry the fruits, and then I guess they spit out the seeds or whatever. And here's another robusta, Grevillea robusta, silk oak, another Aussie native. I guess it got established down here too. And more xanthium. Yeah, this has got to be Xanthium stramarium. So there's another species of cocklebur, but that one I think has more hooks on it, more hooks on the burry fruits. This is pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Kind of hiking over here, enjoying the mellow vibes of the arroyo down here, or dry wash. Of course, more non-native stuff like Phoeniculum vulgare, the fennel plant. It's another very famously common invasive species of plant here in the lowlands of SoCal. That's such a neat canyon. That is really cool. Like I said, when you're walking on this, just watch out. It's very rocky. Just try to pay attention where you're going. Ooh, a young lemonade sumac seedling. I don't know how well it'll do if it gets inundated by rainfall. You can see rainwater comes roaring down here sometimes. You see here with a big rip in the landscape. Oh, here's a plant. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. I think it's called marsh fleabane. I don't forget the common name. But this is Pluckea odorata. This is the first time I've ever seen this one. think this is a perennial herb, and it's in the sunflower family, the Asteraceae. It's got these kind of purplish flowers. One relative of it I've seen is called desert arrowweed, which is a taller, lankier shrub, and that's Plucea sericea. This is the first time and I've seen that a few times. I don't see that one very often either. This is the first time I've ever seen Plucea odorata. I think it's called marsh fleabane, but I know the botanical name is Plucea, P-L-U-C-H-E-A, and then sericea, S-E-R-I-C-E-A. I think it's a short-lived perennial, maybe an annual, but I think it's more of a perennial. Oh, it's the first time I've ever seen that one, that plant.